everybody. How are you? Hope you're having a good day. So I just finished up with some housework and I want to sit down and react to Foodie Beauty because there's been a bit of an update. So Foodie Beauty posted something on PayPal to raise money for herself to go back to Canada. We all are aware of this. And I did a live react yesterday to the stream where she was saying, I need money. Everybody donate to me. I really need help, when she really doesn't need help. Foodie isn't stupid. She's got money stashed back. She just doesn't want to touch it. She wants to go to other people first and see if they are stupid enough to give up their money before she touches her emergency money. And by the way, Beezers, she's already got a plane ticket back to Canada. For her to be on a tourist visa, she has to have a return ticket. So she has at least one seat available on a plane to get back to Canada. Now, whether she needs extra seats or not remains to be seen. I don't know the situation with that, but she does have a way to get home, and that's just facts. So she did an update video, and she let people know that the PayPal fundraiser was gone, more than likely because, this is just my opinion, my feeling, I think Foodie has been doing the most lately, trying to get people to pay attention to her, to get the reactors to react to her. And she knew that asking for a tremendous amount of money would get people angry. A lot of people are struggling right now. A lot of people are having trouble paying their bills and their rent. And then there's Foodie, who's been on YouTube for 8 years. And she's always been able to pay for her own stuff. But lately, she's been grifting a lot. But she's been trying to get the drama going, pretending to fight with Salah, and, oh, I lost my passport, and now she's going for a huge grift. So do I think Foodie expected to get $10,000? No. Do I think that she did that for attention? Yes. Do I also think that she knew that she wasn't going to get 10 grand, but if, say, she got $2,000 or $3,000, that she would take that and just put that in pocket with a smile on her face? Yeah, I think that too. She didn't expect to get the 10 grand, but she thought, if I could only get 2,000, 3,000 out of it, that'll be enough for maybe giving to Salah to let her stay for another month, or maybe get her back home to Canada and she'll figure it out. Whatever the case may be, between the super chats and between the PayPal fundraiser, she got close to $2,000. Sure did. And as you can imagine, Girl World has a lot to say about it, and I've got a lot to say about it. And so I want to sit down and react to all the Twitter peeps, as well as the live stream that she did talking about the update. So I hope you guys enjoyed this react. So you guys know what time it is. It's time for the Twitter peeps. All right, it's time for the Twitter peeps. I'm already set and ready to go. I made sure of that before the stream started. Okay, so did I really just do that? I did, didn't I? I'm sorry. I thought I was all set and ready to go, and I just need to scroll up a little bit. So for those of you that are on Twitter, that you'd like to follow me on Twitter, there's my handle, Wild Girl Sarah. And for those of you that you really don't care for the Bird app, that's why I do the Twitter peeps. That way you guys can see what people are saying without actually having to be there. So let's start here with a tweet courtesy of Coffee Time saying, LMAO, caught. Let's watch the clip.
Of Layla and Harley Quinn. Thanks, babe. Oops, I'm still calling him babe.
Yep, she's been caught. She was caught. She didn't realize what she was saying. It's supposed to be over between her and Salah. Strangely enough, though, for someone who is married to a man and loves him so much, she's not crying and she's not upset and she's not sad. And anybody in a real relationship would be sad. Even if the split were amicable, and that's the word we're looking for, Foodie. You keep mispronouncing that word, amicable. Even if it were amicable, you would still be sad. It would make you sad to know that you were in a relationship with someone and it's over now and you're going to have to let them go and they're going to have to let you go. You're going to be sad about that, and so are they, but no tears on either side, no sadness. As a matter of fact, she sounds quite happy and she's still calling him babe. So does anybody think that maybe this is just a huge grift to get as much money as possible because nothing else is working to make her money? She's in Syria. The internet is not the best over there. She can't do her Foodie content. People are bored. So she's being desperate and just going for anything to make money, including telling people a lie about her and Salah are done. Although, in my opinion, I'm not believing it until she's back in Canada and she's got somewhere to stay and she's going to be staying there long term. If she goes back to Canada and she just rents a motel room, there's still going to be the possibility that she might go back to Syria and she might go back to him. So we know Foodie. We know her very well. She's very wrathful. When she's done, she's done. She will burn the bridge. She will torch it to the ground until there's nothing but embers. If she's not going after Salah and he ain't going after her, they're not done. And so it's over, and she's still calling him babe.
Too. Oh my gosh. Well, whatever.
Yeah.
Of Layla and Harley Quinn.
Yep, whatever. Still calling him babe like it's not over. Maybe because it isn't. Okay, medicinal. I can't say the other part of your names. She removed the PayPal link and posted this. So Chantal did a community post that says, hey guys, so I deleted my PayPal fundraiser because a couple of hateful weirdo hags were obsessively leaving hateful public comments over and over. And I'm tired of seeing their ugly faces donating $1. So if you want to help, you can just send it to my PayPal. And she gives her PayPal link. Thank you so much to those who donated already. I should have enough for the plane ticket now. I cannot get over the fact that women who look to be in their 60s were leaving such hate. Time to grow up. Anyway, whatever that will not stop me. And actually, the hate comments added up. So thanks for the money. Thanks again to my supporters. One step closer. This post, there's so much to say. Where do I even start? Let's start with going after women who are in their 60s. Chantal, you're 40. You're 41. And you look older than 41. You look terrible. And I'm not being a mean girl saying that. That's just me being a woman, you being another woman, and I'm giving my honest opinion. You don't look healthy. You don't look well. You don't look in the best of health. You look awful. Really awful. Like you should be in a hospital right now getting some kind of treatment. But going after women who are in their 60s, ma'am, have you forgotten about the fact that you are in your 40s? Not that there's anything wrong with being in your 40s, ladies. I've seen some banging women in their 40s, some silver foxes. Heck yeah. But her age shaming is ridiculous. But this part of the post, this part here confuses me. So she said she got tired of the old, ugly hag women donating $1. Although they were giving her money, weren't they? So what's the problem? They were giving you money. And Chantal, when have hateful comments ever bothered you? I mean, it seems kind of silly to remove an entire fundraiser just because of hateful comments, especially if people that are commenting are giving you money. But the last part of this post, you're telling people, keep donating, giving me money. It all adds up. And yet the haters were giving you money and you removed the post for that. Then this part, thank you so much to those who donated already. I should have enough for a plane ticket now. Girl, you had a plane ticket this entire time. What do you mean? You're on that tourist visa. You already had a plane ticket. Beezers, if she's over there trying to give you guys the impression that she doesn't have a plane ticket, if you're on a tourist visa, you need a plane ticket. It is required. Otherwise, they will not accept you into the country. The country in which you are arriving, they want to know that you have a way back home or a way back somewhere so that you're not overstaying. Hence why it's a requirement. So she's got a plane ticket, but if she's telling you guys, I don't have one, don't listen to her. Rule number 1, Chantal lies. All right, moving on. Shugal says, you heard it here, folks. Chantal will refund when she changes her mind. Save this screenshot. It's going to come in handy later. So baseball says, will you be readily refunding when you decide that you don't want to end your so loving relationship after all? Seems there were reports of problems after the fund money raising for the child. And who waits a month to separate after announcement of the separation? It all sounds fishy. Well, if it looks like a fish, If it smells like a fish, if it swims in the water, it's probably a fish. I mean, how obvious does Chantal have to be before you beezers wake all the way up? Yeah, it is fishy. She's announcing a separation, but she's going to be staying there for a while. But Foodie replies, I will not change my mind, but yes, I would refund everyone 100%. Sure you will. Just like you will provide receipts for all the money that you got for Sasa. We're still waiting on that. No receipts for what happened with Sasa. So why should anyone believe you about refunding all the money? Listen, Beezers, this is simple. This is so simple. This is common sense. Some of y'all, when it came to the common sense line, you weren't standing in line at the time, were you? You were having lunch. You were having tea. But common sense should tell you, if this person, Foodie Beauty, who has a 100K channel, and trust me, she makes money on it. She also has Cameo. She's got her merch stores. She does her private feedy content. She's got like 4 or 5 streams of revenue going. And she's going to you guys for money. And she's claiming to be broke. She's broke, according to her. How is she going to refund your money? If you send her money, how is she going to refund it if she's that far down the hole financially? How is that going to happen? Are you really expecting the money back? Do you believe in her promises? Because I wouldn't. She's nothing but a liar. Always has been. Her word is worth nothing. You cannot put any trust in this woman. But she's just saying what she needs to say to get people to donate in the first place. There's also a high chance that she could go home to Canada and then stay there for a little while and send some money back to Salah and then go back to Syria herself. I mean, how many times has Chantal said on her live streams she doesn't want to live in Canada? How many times has she said, I can't afford to live there? She said it a bunch of times. So those of you that heard those words, you should have listened to those words and been like, okay, I see what it is. She doesn't want to be in Canada because she can't afford it. This might be a huge grift because, you know, it is. It is a huge grift for her and for him. My opinion, I think her paychecks have been shrinking. And maybe Salah told her, look here. Either you give me a certain amount of money by a certain date or you're out. I'm booting you out. And she said, okay, I'll go to my audience and see what I can do. I don't know what the amount is that he may have needed, but one thing I do know, someone like Chantal, she's not a cheap person to live with. Her food bill is through the roof. Even if she's staying there and not paying rent and she's paying for the utilities that she's using, her food bill is insane. So that in itself makes her expensive, and he can't work enough. He can't get money together to pay her food bill. So he said, hey, you want to stay here for at least a month? Give me some money and give it to me now or we're done. So she went to her audience and she started grifting for money to cover her expenses there for at least another 30 days. The Tone Knob says, Foodie Beauty, never forget rule number 1. This is the real Foodie. Don't fall for her scam. It's just another grift. So this picture right here has a quote directly from Chantal. It was something that she said back in Cuba. And keep in mind, Beezers, for those of you that are watching, this quote was said in Cuba at a time when she was making lots of money. The Cuba rage will go down in history as being the most infamous because that's when she was being the most herself and the most honest. But here's the quote. I'll be as sweet as pie tomorrow. Oh, you know it. You know I'm going to manipulate the F out of you and you're going to eat it up and you're going to watch me. She was talking to her Beezers saying that, telling them outright that she was manipulative, that she was a liar, and she manipulates her own audience and she's proud of it. She's very smug with it. She said that all the way back in. That's always been her attitude of clickbaiting her audience, manipulating her audience, lying to her audience, counting on their gullibility, their vulnerability, their money. And she's still doing it. She hasn't ever stopped. All right, palate cleanser, cats with threatening auras. Oh, look, the deer are loving on the kitty. So pretty. All right. Fondue Spiteful Beach says, I firmly believe this is what it is. So someone had an opinion about what's going on, what's been going on. I'm not quite sure who said this, so I can't give them credit because the name was cut off. So someone says, this is a grift. I believe when the Bruce thing happened, they ran scared. Chantal went back to Canada to set up a place and wait for Salah to arrive. He was never coming, but I believe she has been knowingly lying to Salah this entire 3 years, leading him on, hoping that he would fall in love with her for the real her. Chantal got insecure and impulsively ran back to Salah in Syria, which is why he said he didn't want her to come and just be patient in Canada. Chantal came anyway, and she couldn't handle the conditions and ran to Qatar. She tried to tough it out back in Syria. She is yearning for fall in Canada, so she is telling him she will present this as a breakup to her chat to get money and will go back to set up for him, promising him she will wait this time. She already has an exit ticket back to Canada, so this is all for money to get a place and set up and, quote, wait for him. Again, knowingly lying about promising him Canada. She will wait a bit, do the fall stuff, and change her mind in less than 2 weeks, returning to Syria. Her calling him bae in chat, him blocking anime out of jealousy, and people asking if he will use the collected money and those comments being deleted confirms to me this is a joint grift. I also think it's particularly shameful that she is alluding to leaving Islam as clickbait for her chat. I have this person clocked. I believe all of it. I believe it is a joint grift, and there might be a possibility, y'all, where she could go home to Canada for just, say, a few months. Isn't it funny that she wants to go back in October? I believe she wants to go back to Canada for October, November, December. And then after the high paying points of the year are over, she might go back to Syria in January. She doesn't want to stay in Canada. Too expensive. She wants to go to Canada just long enough to go over there and make all kinds of money, giving us the tea, giving us the dirt, making it seem like she's going to stay in Canada forever. I don't think she will. She just wants to go back, rake up some money, and then maybe go right back to Syria. And then for anybody who's in her audience who's a beezer that might have a problem with that and say, wait, we're giving her money for her to move back to Canada. You know what Foodie's going to tell you? Oh, I changed my mind. I kept my word. I actually did live in Canada for a few months or a few weeks. So I didn't lie to you. I just changed my mind about staying there long term. See, with Chantal, you always got to look at the fine print, okay? You got to read the fine print when it comes to Foodie. You know, like she will give vague statements and vague promises, but you got to read the fine print. The devil is in the details. For those people giving her money to move back over there, oh, I'm sure she might go there still. She'll party her face off. She'll do the green products. She'll eat the food. She'll stay long enough to make her money, and then she's off and running again. And y'all are going to be mad when it happens. Fondue Spiteful Beach says, Foodie Beauty, she just said no. Our contract said I get money before and during, not at the end. Oh, for real? So this person asked the question, sorry if this is offensive, but don't you have a pre-agreed upon amount of money you're entitled to in a Muslim divorce? Funny how she called what's going on between her and Salah a contract, not a marriage. What have we been saying, y'all? It's a contract. It always has been. It's an agreement. It's not a relationship. We've been right. Hectic Llama says, I hope you get your $1.33 back, dear Beezer. Buttermilk Pancake says, I donated today and I would like my money back, please. I'm coming to you here because I don't know how to come to you privately. I donated $1.33 and I would like that back because listening to you tell this story, I feel that this is a scam and you are just wanting us to fund your escape from a place that you put yourself in, and now you want to up and leave your husband in a war-torn country. Well, you donated the money and then you figured out it's a grift. Well, At least it was $1.33. I mean, it is your money. You do deserve to get it back. You can always do a charge back through your bank or Google or something. There's a ways to get your money back if you want it. Falafel React says, this is so crazy. Foodie Beauty, honestly, hard to feel bad for people willing to do this. So Anonymous sent some money to Chantal. They sent like almost $18 saying, we'll donate more when I get paid. Make sure Julia goes with you and takes good care of her. So this person might be living paycheck to paycheck and they're giving her money. She don't need it, but a fool and his money are soon parted, as they say. Sock Puppet says, LOL, that did not last long. Is anyone else seeing that the Foodie Beauty PayPal fundraiser is gone already? FAFO, girl, you told us to do our worst. I don't know if Foodie removed it or PayPal did. I think she might have removed it because she knew it was going to get reported. So she might have removed it herself. And maybe that was the plan all along, that she was going to leave it up just long enough to get whatever she could get. And then within a matter of, say, a few hours or a day, take it down before it got reported and she would get in trouble. That's what she does with YouTube, y'all. Back in the day of Kraken Olympics, she would do live streams where she would be ranting and raving and saying a bunch of stuff. And she wanted to say what she wanted to say. And she knows how to play the YouTube system. She knows that she can say what she wants to say in a video. And she'll leave it up just long enough for the reactors to get their copies or react to her. Within like an hour or a few hours, that live stream is gone. So people report it, but the time YouTube gets around to it, they're like, we don't see anything. And she's kind of playing the same game with PayPal. You know, like just get the money, get as much as you can within, say, an hour or a few hours, and then get rid of the fundraiser. And that way PayPal is putting up their hands saying, we don't know what to do. All right. Are you serious? Hey, are you serious? Says Scammer Marie made $773, presumably USD per playboard today in Super Chats between both live streams. Add at least another $851 Canadian from the PayPal fundraiser, which Foodie Beauty took down. Today alone, she has grifted at least $1,388 USD or $1,920 Canadian from the Beezers. What did I say? Fools and their money are soon parted, and there are obviously fools in her audience. And you know what's funny? The Beezers who were giving Chantal money out of spite, they were doing it to spite the reactors in Girl World. Like, I'm giving you money just to spite Girl World and spite the reactors. They're going to be mighty ticked off when they figure out that they got lied to and they've been had. You know, those who, what's the saying? Those who, like something about the last laugh, will laugh most. Well, we'll get the last laugh later. Danny Y says, comments on Chantal's 10K PayPal scam. You can only burn people so many times. So here's some of the comments. Find It says, but you had a plane ticket back to Canada in freedom just a handful of months ago. You had first and last month's rent. You had an apartment. You had a bed. You had a fan. You had a cat. Are you really not going to give up again when it gets tough and go back? Miss Blackwood says, Chantal, you're so impulsive. Last time you were going to say a year, then you changed your mind in under 2 weeks, right? Brooke says, go there first, then ask us, right? Like, before you start asking money from people and saying, I need 10 grand for an apartment, you're not even saying where you're going to live. You're not even outlining or showing like a bulletin board of this is how much the landlord needs. This is the date that he needs it by. This is how much for security deposit. This is how much for pet deposit. Like, you're not outlaying the cost. You have no idea where you're going to go. You have no idea when you're going to go. So why should people give up money, and why should they believe that you need $10,000 when I know for fact, Foodie, I know for a fact you don't need that much to move into an apartment. No, ma'am. No, you don't. It doesn't cost that much. I mean, I did my live stream yesterday. There are all kinds of places to live in Canada, in Ottawa, that are fairly cheap. Or you can stay at an extended stay motel, and for about less than $2,000, you can get a fully furnished room. And what do you need? You got a room, there's some furniture, you got a bed, you got your phone, you can plug your phone into charge. You get some money for food. You're good for 30 days. So why do people need to give you $10,000? Hey sis, it's Chris says, and then you will change your mind and decide you and Salah are working on things behind the scenes, right? Like, don't believe it. Don't believe it, Beezers. All right. Y'all are wondering, what is this thing? This is Playtime from Yog. That is an anteater. And I know it looks kind of weird. It may look like it has 3 heads, but there's a reason why its front legs look like heads. And that's to fool predators. Make it look more intimidating. It's like a sort of camouflage. But this anteater is playing with its handler. That's so cute. So cute. Indy, this is a post from Yog saying, I'm done training. So this puppy is being trained for the police force and is saying, I'm done for the day. And the police officer is cracking up like, really? Really? You're supposed to be on the job? All right. What do we got here? Enigma 2025 says she's starting a fake fight just like ALR because she saw how many views from that charade she was getting. And Chantal's channel is dying. So this is what they're doing, except this will backfire because she's asking for a lot of money. This isn't just a few hundred, it's 10K. Yep, sure is. Sure is. Let me check something real quick. There we go. All right. Oh. Enigma 2025 says, and keep taking money out without anyone knowing and continue to have people put more money in the GoFundMe, even though if she hasn't raised the requested amount, which was 10K. All right, so this was Chat GPT was answering a question. So the question was, can you keep withdrawing money from the fundraiser as you go and keep it open for people to continue donating? Chat GPT says, yes, exactly. On GoFundMe, you don't have to wait until the fundraiser ends to get the money. You can withdraw as you go. Once donations start coming in, you can transfer them to your bank account at any time. Many organizers withdraw weekly or whenever they feel they need the funds. You can keep the fundraiser open. Even when you're withdrawing, the fundraiser page stays live so people can continue donating. No limit. There's no limit to how many times you can withdraw while the fundraiser is active. No end date required. Fundraisers don't automatically close when you hit your goal. They'll keep accepting donations until you decide to stop them. So yes, you can keep withdrawing funds and still allow people to donate as long as you keep the fundraiser active. So Chantal over there treating the fundraiser like her own personal piggy bank. You know, like just put money in there and the goal will never be reached because she'll keep taking money out. And there she is by courtesy of shenanigans. She did another community post saying, oh, by the way, if you're trying to send me a message on Instagram, my account is Foodie Beauty. So people might be wondering, why is she tossing out her Instagram? Oh, to get in touch with her feedies. Trying to get those feedie requests going to make more money. That's why. That's how she stays in touch with her feedies, through Cameo and through Instagram. She's trying to get those donations privately, and she doesn't want to be tracked. What else we got here? Pegatha says now she does a fundraiser page for PayPal, but not when she raised money for Sasa. Scammer. Yep. Enigma 2025 says if she can't access her PayPal money now, and if she's given that money to go home, how will she even get it out? She will have to travel to Lebanon or Qatar again. That's another grand there. She's asking for a specific amount of money for some reason. She was just in Canada. Mo Translate says, we all know this is clickbait. She sounds too happy to be separating, and now she's asking for money to start over. Collecting money for a made-up reason again. Yep, she's desperate. The desperation is real. Is it money for Salah so she can stay there a little longer? Is it because she really does want to go home? I mean, she's asking for 10 grand for some reason. I think that she asked for a huge amount of money, knowing full well she was not going to get it. But maybe the feeling was, I'll ask for 10K, but if I can get just a portion of that, like 2K or 3K, maybe I can do something with that. So maybe she was just hoping for whatever she could get. Okay. Dave's World, you're just visiting, says, so she collects money for 30 days, then says it wasn't enough and keeps the money and stays. Then surprise, they worked it out. Anyway, guys, check out the new heater, stove, etc. that Salah bought. Yeah. I wonder if while she's there, they're going to pop up with some new appliances, or suddenly the house is going to be fixed. Let's see. We'll see what happens. And Kidney Jerk, I love you for saying this. Kidney Jerk says, Foodie Beauty, you entitled twat. That's it. That's the tweet. Kidney, I love you for saying that. That's great. That's amazing. I love you for saying that. It's so appropriate. Okay. Enigma 2025 says Chantal is grifting once again, and she needs 10K to go back home. She claims it's for good, and she needs to start from scratch. Her family tried to help her the last time, and again, she ruined that. She's ruining the people who would help her. They're going to stop eventually. Yep. At some point, the well's going to run dry. Just give it time, folks. The more scams she pulls on people, the more often she pulls them, the more people are going to see through what's going on. And even the most loyal, diehard beezers are going to be like, wait a minute. This is a pattern. I don't like this pattern. All she does is ask for money, and she really doesn't do content like she's supposed to. And she's got a huge channel. So where's the money from that? Like people are going to start piecing things together. And there's going to come a point eventually where Chantal goes to the well and the well is dry. We just got to give it time. Let's be patient. It's going to happen. Shugal says, remember Chantal told us she was going to be done paying for her debt in October. How interesting that she's begging for money now. She needs to get back because it's a deal they made. Once her debt is paid, she needs to try to sponsor him in Canada. She's not going to, though. And honestly, I don't think he wants to. I think that might have been the dream at some point, but I think that he's in Syria and he's putting all this money into a house, and he might try to do like the real estate house flip thing over there using Chantal's money. So he's establishing himself in Syria. So the dream started as I want to get to Canada, but now the dream is I'm in Syria and I just want to set myself up to where I can be a landlord of like different places. And Chantal's money is going to help me fix up these places, and I can just collect money from people like he said he wanted to. And once he's got everything established, then he just boots her on out. She's got to go. Meandering Thought says, she sounds way too happy. If they were actually divorcing, not separating like she says, she'd be crying, cursing, and raging. Yep. Sure is. Sure is. So, like, I want to stop it here, as far as the Twitter peeps, because we still got the live stream to react to. So let me just go ahead and pull that up. Okay, let me just go ahead and react to this. The update stream. Tell us about the updates, Foodie. What updates? And you know what? I'm completely okay with her keeping her camera off. I don't need to see Chantal. We don't need to see her. She wants to keep the camera off. I'm fine with that. Go ahead, Foodie.
Heb. Okay. Lan, Anxious, Rima, Nostoon, Michelle, Lisa, Rosemary's, Emmy, Virginia, Hardly Quinn, Jennifer, hello, Layla, Lily, Michelle.
Stop running up the meter, Foodie. You deliberately take your time saying hi to everybody to run up the meter. Cut it out. Just get to it. I got things to do today. I got to react to this, and then I've got 3 tarot reacts to do. So let's just move it along a little bit faster, shall we?
Shell, Marella, Debbie, Kimberly Links, who else? Natasha, CB, Aerotrans.
Look at that. I went ahead like 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and she's still saying hi to people.
I saw, some haters leaving 60 cents, $1 to leave.
What do you care, beggar? What do you care? You're over there begging people for money. You're over there crying for food and shelter and saying, I need money to go back home to Canada. Send whatever you can. I don't care what it is. I am so grateful. So if a hater wants to leave a comment and they're paying $1 or 60 cents, what do you care? You need that money, right? What do you care? It's money in your pocket.
Leave a nasty comment.
And
honestly,
like you care about those too. So when they're leaving a nasty comment, you're still making money.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Honestly, every dollar adds up. So thank you very much.
Right. Every dollar adds up. So it doesn't matter if a hater is sending you money or someone that likes you sending you money. You're still making money. Be quiet.
Very much. I hope whatever you got off your chest helps you out. No, I'm not. We're splitting. We're done. Salah is someday going to have another wife and kids. That's it. And I'm going to.
In my opinion, I think he already has another wife and kids. I mean, those of us that do tarot cards on you, we've been picking up the presence of another woman. And there's also the presence of a child. Who the child is, what gender they might be, how old they are, we don't know. But there might already be children. And there might already be another wife or a girlfriend or some significant other. And this whole situation with you has spiraled out of control and the juice isn't worth the squeeze. And maybe the wife is saying, it's time to get rid of her. It's really time. It's time for you to be a father to your kids and get rid of this negative piece of crap that's been hanging around that's just making problems. Maybe the girlfriend stepped it up or the wife stepped it up and said, it's time to give her the boot.
Probably be alone with cats and Pete's forever. That's what
I want to see that. I really want to see that, y'all. If I see it, I'll go into a state of shock. And all the time that I've been watching Foodie, reacting to Foodie, I have never seen her live by herself. And to be honest, I don't know if that would be a good idea for her to live alone. I mean, she's in bad health, very bad health. She needs a caretaker. She needs someone around her. Like, what if she trips and falls and she can't get up? What if she has a medical event in the house? Who's going to call 911? Is it safe for her to live by herself? I don't think so. Not with her current state of health. It just would not be a good idea. She doesn't know how to do alone well. She doesn't have independence. She's very codependent. So this nonsense that she's talking about, I'm going to live alone with my cat, I want to see it actually happen.
it's probably going to go. Hi, Nina. You did, Wanda? Yeah, Lisa. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Wanda. Seriously, that's insane. Thank you. Natasha.
You know what, Foodie? I don't know what emergency money you have stashed back, but considering the money that you got in super chats from the streams the last couple of days and the money that was on the PayPal fundraiser and maybe the extra that came after, you got enough money to go back home right now. You already got a plane ticket. The $2,000 that you received, you can go home to Canada right now, get off the airplane, walk to the airport, get a taxi, go to an extended stay, and rent it for a month. I looked into it. The cost of renting an extended stay for a month is about $1,800, I would say. You got enough. I mean, you'd be scraping by, but you could still do it. If you really wanted to go, you can go right now. You don't have to stay in Syria.
Go to my community tab post. There's the fundraisers there. No, you're allowed to fundraise for different things. You're allowed to fundraise for like, there's different things on there you can fundraise for. So,
There should be a law against people doing fundraisers when they really don't need to do fundraisers. Just fundraising for just nonsense reasons should be against the law. Because there are people out there that actually need help. Like they've got medical expenses that just came out of nowhere, or they're in a state of actual crisis. But Chantal's just doing a fundraiser just to see who in her audience is stupid and gullible enough to send her money. There's no sense of emergency here. She's not in a medical crisis. She can stay right where she's at. She's fine. I mean, she did say she's in Syria. She's not paying rent. Obviously, she's well fed. So she's okay. She just wants to go back just to go back and bees and do the green products and eat nashi. So there's no true crisis here. Not compared to what other people are going through. The fundraiser that she's doing, the title of it should be, I made stupid choices, and I want those of you in my audience to compensate me for my stupid choices. Let's see how many of you in my audience are stupid enough to give me money and believe my lies. And then you're going to find out too late that I did lie.
but I am not taking out any of the money. Like you guys, I did the fundraiser instead of just regular PayPal so that you guys can see exactly how much I have.
Yeah, so the PayPal fundraiser went all the way up to almost $900. And then suddenly it disappeared. Poof, it's gone. Bet you she took all the money out before she took it down. I bet you guys anything that was the plan. Anything. I'll put any amount of money on the fact that that was the plan from the get-go. She wasn't planning to have that fundraiser up for 30 days. She was only going to have it up for half a day or a day, and then let it build up, let it build up, let it build up. And when she got to say, I don't know, 1,000, 2,000, yank it down, grab the money and go. Do that before she got reported. Do that before she got in trouble with PayPal. She didn't want PayPal eyeballing her.
And if for some reason I ended up changing my mind, which we've already moved on and said that this is the best thing for us.
So CH in the chat says, have you been talking to Pete? He knows you're coming home. So I was doing my live stream yesterday, and I heard from those of you in my audience that Pete was doing a live, and he didn't look too happy about the idea of Chantal coming home. I bet you anything that she reached out to him and said, you got any money? And he probably told her, no, I don't. So normally he would be excited for Chantal to come home, but it doesn't sound like he's too excited. Maybe because she's already hit him up for money. He said, nope, my pockets are empty.
Like culturally, it's just not going to work. You don't have to have PayPal to donate. You can actually just click the link and you can use credit card or other ways. You don't have to have a PayPal. Yeah, they can report it, but I'm going to appeal that if they do, because really, Frilly Farmhouse? I don't know.
People have been suggesting maybe she can move in with Pete. I don't think she can do that. Pete's is renting a room. The last I heard about him, he was renting a room. I don't think he has his own apartment. I don't think he can help Foodie. And honestly, if Pete's had a lick of sense, he wouldn't help Foodie. He shouldn't help her. I mean, she's a grown woman and she's got more money than him. He's renting a room. I don't know what he's paying. I don't care. Not my business. But he doesn't have the room for Foodie. He doesn't have the funds to help her. Just imagine, though, if he did have an apartment and Foodie moved in, she wouldn't be giving Pete's money for the rent. She'd be always going to him saying, "Can I borrow some money to get some food?" Whatever money he had in pocket, he would not be able to keep very long. He'd be broke in less than a week. He's barely getting by as is. So maybe it's a good thing that he's somewhere and he can't help her and he doesn't have the money to help her. Otherwise, she'd be bleeding him dry too.
Natasha, very good. Well,
I mean, it's very, very telling when you're someone and you're telling your audience that your family can't help you. Foodie has already said in her live stream, "I can't move in with my mom and my dad, and I can't move in with my aunt." Neither one of them have room for her, and neither one of them want the headache that comes with Foodie. Her coming in, making a mess, acting entitled, being rude, being obnoxious. They don't want that. This time around, she can't sleep on the couch. This time around, she can't stay with the aunt, Phyllis. Got to make her own way. She can't depend on family members to take care of her and drive her around when she comes back. Like, the family's done. They've tried to help her. I feel that they did help her the last time. They helped her get into that apartment, and she basically screwed them over. And that's why they're like, "We're done. We are through. We're not going to make ourselves in debt because of you and your stupidity."
very important pieces. Thank you, Natasha. I appreciate you. Thank you. Ready, set, bees. I don't know if anyone.
You know, there's two things in life that make Foodie happy: food and money. She's the happiest when she's eating, and she's happiest when she's grifting people. And she's anticipating lots of money coming in. Listen to her. She sounds really happy right now, doesn't she? Because she's grifting people and people are giving her money. She's ecstatic right now.
Can. You're here for it, Michelle? Hey, punk rock. Claw and Order, he's not rich and he needs to have a life here. Making money here is not easy.
You know what? Claw and Order says Salah should be helping you pay to get home. You're still his wife who moved across the world for him. It just seems unfair. You, Chantal, just said about your husband, you said he doesn't have a lot of money and it's hard here. Hello. The people that you're asking money from, it's hard for them too. They're going through hard times. Money is in very short supply these days. I know that you've been living in your little surreal YouTube bubble for years, so much so that you are disconnected from what's going on in the world, but that's what's going on in the world. Everybody is scraping by, barely. There are lots of people living paycheck to paycheck. And sometimes the paycheck, it's too small and the expenses are too big. And you have the nerve to stick out your hand and say to the people in your audience that don't make nearly as much as you do, "Give me the little bit that you have." Just because I was stupid and I moved across the world for a guy that did not love me and was never going to love me, I decided to chase this man across the world. So compensate me for me being a complete, utter idiot.
So his money is going to be his money. My money will be my money. That's it. No, it's not a grift.
Yes, it is. It is a grift.
It's not a grift because I'll be going.
Yeah, you're not going right now though. So Beezers, here's something else to think about. Those of you that come over here, just just work with me here. Work with me. Let me, you can borrow some of my common sense. I know it's in short supply. Maybe some of you didn't get it when you were standing in the line. Maybe they ran out before you got to the front. I got plenty though. You can borrow mine. Here's me lending it to you. Here's me lending it to you. Chantal is not leaving right now. Okay? It might take a month. It might take 2 months. She's not even sure when she's leaving, if she's leaving. So she just got 700, 800 in super chats. Yeah? Okay. So that's super chat money she just got. She's not going to see that until next month because that's how the YouTube system works. When you are on YouTube and you're monetized, whatever money you make this month, you don't see until the following month. Now, as far as the PayPal money, she got what? Maybe $800, $1,000. So does anybody have any confidence that that $1,000 that might be sitting in her pocket right now, that she's going to hold on to it? She's not going to touch it. She's not going to spend it on food or give it to Salah. Chantal is someone that money burns a hole in her pocket. She spends it as fast as she makes it. Trust and believe that. If she's got at least 30 days before she's going to leave, that money, it's not going to sit there. She's not going to save it. She's not going to hold on to it. It's going to be gone. You understand? It's going to be gone.
Thanks, Elvira. Wanda, I honestly want you to get back to Canada. You just don't look happy in Syria. Just glad to help. Thank you so much. Hi, Teardrop. Hello. I don't know yet, Alyssa. Really, Alexandria? Yes, I will be establishing my life in Canada, yes. Virginia.
And yet there's no plan about how this is going to happen. She's not coming to her audience and saying, I've been making some phone calls. I've been checking on some things. I've been looking online to see what the rent is in certain areas and how much it's going to cost me, and talking to landlords and finding out the down payment, first and last month's security deposit, pet deposit, how much all that's going to be. I'm not I've called up rental companies to see how much it's going to cost me to rent a car and how long I can have it for. She's not giving you guys over there a list of things that she's done to look into the total cost of what it's going to cost her to be in Canada. All she's doing is saying, I need 10 grand. But she's not saying why. Why does she need that money? Why a huge amount? What it's going to be spent on? Where it's going to go? If you're someone and you go to other people and say, I need your money, give me your money, those people that you're asking the money from, they have a right to say, why do you need my money? What's it going to be used for? And you should be able to tell them exactly what you need the money for, where it's going to go. Maybe even provide a receipt or a bill of sale for where that money went. That's the honest, true thing to do.
Hello, Foodie. I'm sorry things aren't working out. Thank you, Virginia. You love Syria? I'll try to show you guys what I can until I can go. No, the divorce isn't like that. It's not like...
Okay, Lenora says, I honestly think that when you get back to Canada, your channel will take off again because people actually like to watch you. So that comment, Foodie, should tell you everything you need to know. This person is saying without saying that you being in Syria, the content is practically unwatchable between the internet being laggy and spotty and pixelated and you just being there and not being able to be yourself. It's unwatchable. So Lenora, to you, I say, if Foodie goes back to Canada, you might be right. The Beezers might be a little bit excited, about it's a change of scenery. Salah's not there. Chantal has more freedom to say what she wants, and they may be waiting for her to spill the tea, although I don't know if she will. There might be an interest for a short period of time, maybe a few months. And then after Chantal has said and done everything that she can, then things are going to get boring again. And then her views are going to tank. And I don't know how she's going to sustain things after that.
We both don't have a lot, so he doesn't have to stay permanently, but he wants to, Thanks, Ultra What? I want him to. Oh, Sleepy Bird. Oh, no, only if you can and you want to. I understand if you can't, 2 divorces and 3 kids later, and all I needed was a dog. Of course, I'm glad I have my kids, yeah. Can we Philos? Hell yeah. And Jan.
And this person right here, Simply Krista, says, I would send you a donation if I wasn't struggling so badly. Being a full-time student while trying to work isn't working out for us right now. So Chantal, you don't know how to read the room. There are people in your audience that they are struggling. Simply Krista is working, also a full-time student, and they're saying, I'm sorry, I would love to donate to you, but I'm going through some hard times. So you read the chat, you see comments like that, and you don't stop and think, I'm really acting out of pocket. I'm asking money from people that just don't have it. What is wrong with me? Nope. You'll see comments like that and ignore them because you don't have a conscience. You have no sense of right and wrong. It's all right to you as long as you want to do it.
Yeah, Susie, but he was joking, I guess. Yeah. That's okay, Simply Krista. No, if you guys cannot, that's fine. Hey, the hater's been sending a buck. If you guys want to send a buck. Thank you, Wanda, by the way. Thank you, everyone who's helped out. And Wanda, that's so crazy. Thank you so much for your generosity.
I love this comment. Sleepy Bird says, yes, but I'm glad you're going back to Canada. Ha ha. You'll be happy and can find someone else, maybe, if you wish. No, she can't. She cannot. She can't find another person. And I am not being mean saying that. I'm just being honest. How Foodie attracts men to her is through money. That is the golden hook that she throws out, is money. She's an awful person. She doesn't want to work on herself. She doesn't want to improve herself. She does not want to be that woman that a man can look at and say, she is the best for me. She's the best, period. And I want her around for the rest of my life. She doesn't take care of herself at all. She doesn't care about her health. What man wants to be involved with a woman who doesn't care about their health? No man wants to invest his feelings or his energy or his life into someone that could pass away at any minute just because they don't want to take care of their health. They don't want to get started on that path. Foodie's an awful person. She always has been. And that is why she uses money as a golden hook. That's the only attractive thing about her, is the money. And right now she doesn't have money. And she's a whole lot of hassle. Any man that she puts her eyes on at this point, that man's going to look at her and reassess the situation and take inventory and go, the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Too much trouble, not enough money, way too much headache. I'm out. They're not going to want to get started with this. Nope.
A greeting bee puts in bees. Yes. I don't think I have those feelings inside of me.
Oh my God. Creamed Corn says S-Jam and Keeks said you can move in with them. Oh Lord. You know what? That would be content, wouldn't it? Foodie and S-Jam living together. Holy moly, macaroni and cheese. Content house. Foodie, that might actually be a good idea. I mean, you don't like to do things on your own, and you're in a state of health where you need someone around, I say do it. Move in with SJam. Because the last time the two of you did a live stream together, you guys had chemistry, not sexual chemistry, but still chemistry. You guys could bounce conversation back and forth against each other. You got along like a house on fire. Do it. Do it. Please do it. Move in with SJam and Keeks. I don't know who Keeks is, but I know you and SJam, Content House. It'd be something new. It'd be something interesting. SJam and Foodie in the same place. It'd be like a toxic version of Big Brother. Make it happen. I insist.
I could move in with SJam and Geeks. The only people I could live with are my husband and Pete's. I can't live with just anybody. I'm very picky.
Well, guess what? Pete does not have room for you, and he doesn't have the money to support you, so that's out. Salah, he wants you gone. He's got no more use for you, so that's out. So beggars can't be choosers, Foodie. If SJam is saying, come live with me, then that means you don't have to put a down payment down or security deposit on an apartment. You can just move right in. A lot of the cost of being in Canada already taken care of. What do you got to worry about? Like renting a car? That's not that expensive. You could go stay with SJam and Keeks, at least for a while, sleep on their couch, make content at the same time. Do it. Do it. Go be with SJam. Do it.
I 100% will be okay with him getting a wife. His entire family, like this culture, they want him to have a family, kids, and I don't like. He's not even thinking about that right now. I want him to be happy, establish his life here.
Okay, you know what? I'm calling BS on what she's saying right now. Look. Let's read between the lines, ladies and gentlemen. Let's read completely between the lines. Let's consider what Foodie is. Foodie is a hardcore narcissist. And what do narcissists hate more than anything? Narcissistic injuries to their egos. They do not like nor accept defeat. Nope, just not on the table. Not going to happen. Foodie is doing all she can to keep the shame and the embarrassment and the humiliation of going back to Canada to a bare minimum. So I'm sure her and Salah had a conversation. And she said to him, you want me gone? I want to be gone, but I don't want to go back covered in shame. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get on camera and we're going to tell people that I'm being what's the word? Magnanimous. There it is. Big, huge word. I'm being giving and understanding that Salah's a young man and he wants a family and I can't give him a family and he's got his culture and I just don't fit into the culture. So we're going to split peacefully. That although I'm a wicked person, I'm doing the right thing. I'm thinking of him and I'm thinking of myself. She's presenting this picture of being giving and generous and reasonable and sensible when she's not that way. And so it's like painting this lovely picture of Foodie to keep the egg from landing on her face. Let's paint this picture of we're parting as friends. We love each other. There's no bad feelings here. There's no resentment. There's no jealousy. There's no insecurity. We still care about one another, and I'm just doing the right thing. Horse crap. You're not doing the right thing. That's not why you're leaving. You would stay there for the next 60 years if you could. It's just that for what you need to do, you can't do it there. And to do what you need to do, you got to go somewhere else, and you can't take him with you. I'm sure if you could, you would, but you can't. You got to leave them there. In order to grab onto something, you got to let go of something. You got to let go of Syria. You got to let go of Salah. To go back home, to do your feedy content, to go crazy, to be feral, to get the views up, to make the money, you got to go home. You got to leave them behind. It's time. It's overtime. Got to go. But all of this, Foodie, this is about saving face. That's precisely what this is. You are saving face. Anybody's been watching the two of you lately can tell he's done with you. He can't stand you. He's been staying out at night for hours, avoiding you to keep the peace so he doesn't fight with you, so he doesn't blow up at you. So things have not been amicable, but yet the split is amicable? No, it's not. Just that you're running out of money and he's running out of patience, and you got to go.
Oh, no way. Don't worry about it, Teardrop. You're always here supporting me. Debbie, thank you.
Or maybe the situation is this. You need to do what you need to do to get money for me to put in my hand so you can stay for another 30 days. And if you want to go home to Canada to make that money, and I encourage you to do so, you got to save up that money or make the money some way and go. And then you can be home. Then you can do all the feedy content. Get those feedies behind you once again. And then maybe I'll let you back here. I don't know. It remains to be seen.
Debbie, ready, set, bees.
Listen to how happy she is. She wasn't this happy in Syria. The thought of leaving and making money is making her so happy.
Thank you, Debbie. Who got them? Of course I love Salah. I love him enough to want the best for him. I don't.
Chantal, you didn't have this attitude with Bibi. You didn't have this attitude with Pete's. You didn't have this attitude with Natter. You didn't have this attitude with anybody. You don't let men go. If they leave you, it's because they force you to go. I think you're being forced out of Syria. I think Salah told you, you got to go now. Like right now.
I don't think we're the best for each other.
No, you never have been, though. Complete opposites, you two. You're an idiot, and you thought, if I give him enough money, or if I hang around dude long enough, I can wear him down to the nub, and he will just simply surrender to me. I'll wear him down, I'll wear down his sense of will to where he'll just let me be around. Very predatory behavior.
Hey, Sleepy Bee. Oh no, meowsers. Don't you hate that? Hey, Coffee. Don't you hate when you like only have $15 in the bank and then like an Apple Pay goes through or freaking Netflix or something? You're like, no, I was going to get chicken nuggets. Hey, Linda. Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate that. Hey, Michaela. It won't let you donate from your country. What country are you in? That we were meant to
see. All the Beezers are getting their hopes up. They're like, oh, she's going home. There's a chance she's going home. Like, this is Chantal. Like this is like the pre-show. That's what's up, people. This is like the buildup of the pre-show. She's not in Canada yet, but she's making this announcement now for a reason. Because the views have been lacking. People are getting bored. She's losing viewers on her channel. So she's like, before I go to Canada, not only am I going to grift and make as much money as I can to go to Canada, but I'm going to get everybody's hopes up. I'm going to just build up the anticipation of being there, of what might happen. She's edging people. Just trying to get everything locked and loaded. So when she gets to Canada, when she turns on that camera for the first time, there will be a lot more people in her chat room.
To be together forever? Well, I guess not. What does Strawberry say? Yeah, thanks, Debbie. It does help. Yes, even super chats because,
I'll tell you what, Chantal, if you royally screw your Beezers over this time, I don't think there'll be any coming back from it. I mean, you were deciding to get on the internet and on YouTube and tell people, I'm going back to Canada. You better keep your word. Because if you don't, I think it'd be a huge hit to your channel.
because if I don't raise the whole amount of my fundraiser, then whatever I can save from myself and my channel.
You know what? There's one question that nobody's asking her, that somebody in the chat should be asking her. How much do you honestly need to go back, and how close are you? How much money do you have on hand to go back? What are your savings? If she's getting on YouTube and she's saying to people, I need X amount to go back to Canada, I think it's only fair that those who are in her audience, they have the right to say, well, how much do you have saved back already? Do you have any savings? Do you have anything in pocket? Like, what part of your income are you putting into this go home fund? Is there anything being contributed from you to you going back? People have the right to ask that.
I kind of want to charge back my rent. Oh, thanks, Fernanda. How easily you can move on. Yeah. My second marriage lasted 5 years. We both decided we wanted to be single. Yeah, I guess it's when you feel like it's just the right thing to do, it's easier. I can tell how much you love each other. Thanks, Jackie. No, don't worry about it. Honestly, Rosemary's, he's always said that. I don't think he really does, especially now, but maybe in the far future. I think if he stayed with me, I don't think it would cross his mind as much, but maybe, if he's going to be here, may as well have a family. I don't know.
He might already have a family. Maybe that was the tipping point. Maybe the first wife or the second wife, I don't know how many wives he's got, but if he's got a significant other and if he's got kids, maybe that was a deciding factor. Maybe the significant other said, it's time to get rid of her now, right now, gotta go. This is not working out. This whole situation sucks. She's not giving enough money. She's too expensive. She's a pain in the butt. She's got to go. Like he's been working on the house for a reason. Would it make sense, y'all, that if he wanted to go to Canada, if that was the plan, if that was the ultimate plan, why would someone who wants to go to Canada sink a bunch of money into a house in Syria? That would just be money lost. It wouldn't make sense. I mean, living somewhere is one thing, but sinking a bunch of money into a house is another thing. When you sink money into a house or property, the feeling is you're going to be staying a while. So maybe there was a plan of him going to Canada, but then he figured out that's not going to happen. So change course, put money into a house, set up housekeeping there, have the family around, bring them in, be part of the community. Maybe he feels at home being in Syria. He is, of course, Syrian, and he's been around people. He's doing things, and he's established himself there, and so that was like maybe plan B. If you can't go to Canada, establish yourself in Syria and stay there.
He has this big empty house, like just for him. No, that's not how the culture is.
I don't think that house is empty. Never has been.
Your bagel addiction. Yeah, we're on good terms. Okay.
You know what? They're on good terms right now because she's still there. But will the good terms still be standing in place once she gets back to Canada? That's the big question. Will she get on her channel and talk crap about him because she needs content, or she's just mad and she has to hide her mad right now and she'll let her mad go when she's in a place and he can't punish her? And will he get on his channel and start talking stuff about her? Let's see how long those good terms actually last.
It's a long story, Rosemary's. If anyone can't afford it or can't spare it, please don't worry. Just support the channel by coming in and chatting. Yeah, sure. We all know what it's like to have a tight budget, right? When you know, Laurel. Yeah. Aw, teardrop. You don't need, you're a mod. You don't have to have a membership. I don't want you to use your last $5. It's not good to stick around if you aren't happy. Yeah, I'm coming to Canada. No, we're going to be divorced.
Eggs on Leg says, but Julia is Salah's Beeb. I feel like they belong together. Well, if Chantal had a little bit of kindness in her, then she would say, you know what? I would love to bring Julia. But honestly, y'all, I don't know where I'm going to be living. So it would be best if I just leave Julia with Salah. Because traveling for a pet is not only expensive, but stressful. And if Julia is coming from Syria, she's probably going to have to be in quarantine. It's just mandatory. So I don't think it's feasible for Chantal to bring Julia because she has no idea where she's going to go and where she's going to live. She might encounter an apartment that says no pets. There are lots of places like that. So why bring a pet into a situation where you yourself are unsure about where you're going to go?
Yes, exactly, Wanda. Right. No, it's not a misyear marriage.
Yes, it is.
Whatever that, and they will help you get home. I never heard of that. Virginia Martinez, thank you.
You know, it's very easy for her to get a divorce. I mean, YouTube marriages are not real marriages. If it was simply a marriage written on a script, it's very easy to divorce someone. You just write that into the script. You don't need paperwork or a judge.
I'll have to check the comment, but thank you, Virginia. You want a membership? It's pretty easy. Just divorce. There's no like big legal ramifications. Yeah, you can email me. Julia. No, it won't be hard to divorce. The Emmys? No. Hey, Lulu. Lula 2.0. Julia's gonna come, yeah.
No, she's not.
Thank you, Linda. Thanks, Marilla. I'll update you guys on all that stuff sometime. Pumpkin Pie Blizzard. Oh, thanks. I love my BF. A restraining order. Hey, Jacqueline. Hey, Melly.
So Link says divorce is super easy in the Middle East, especially if the man initiates it. It's almost instant. My friend got one there. So it doesn't take that long.
I want to make money, yeah. I can Mario bees. Yeah, we're still in the same house. I'm going to be moving back to Canada eventually, Melly, and being single because Alabama chapstick. Who's that?
Another channel.
I don't know yet what's going to happen with that. Julia, first Canadian winter. I don't know, Krista. I guess I'll find out. It's not GoFundMe, Layla. It's on PayPal. Have you checked my community post tab? No, I don't. I really feel differently. I don't feel doubtful at all. No, I don't have to return the dowry.
IDC says, how long before you move back to Canada? Yeah, like you're not giving anybody a timeline, Chantal.
Yes, you're at. Wanda. Yeah, okay. Yeah. So thank you, everybody. Even if it's just $1.
I'm so embarrassed for her. 100K plus channel, cameos, doing Foodie content, merch stores, all those streams of revenue, and she's over here begging for money. And yet there's no other channel on YouTube acting the way that she's acting. The people that react to her have much smaller channels, and they're not making much. When you're a small channel, you don't make much. Let me tell you. YouTube, they pay pennies on the dollar pretty much. We're not begging for money. We would never. We got jobs off of YouTube. I mean, YouTube is like whatever hobby money at most for a lot of people. And she's over here begging. I'm embarrassed for you, Foodie.
I hope her fur coat. Thanks, Melly. There's actually a link to the fundraiser, like its own separate link, I think. A new adventure awaits you. Hey, Golden Girl.
And all of you beezers that are giving her money, that you're like, oh, I'm so eager to see new content and for you to be back in Canada and be yourself. You're giving her money. I don't know what you guys are envisioning. I don't know what you think is going to happen. What are you thinking about? Do you think Foodie's going to go back to Canada and the very first live stream she's going to be on fire? That she's going to rip off the abaya and rip off the hijab and just let loose about Salah and be eating a bunch of food and just doing the most? Is that what you're thinking? Let me tell you the reality. Foodie has been in Syria for quite a while, away from some of her vices. She's not in recovery. She's dry. There's a difference between recovery and dry. Recovery means you are in recovery. You can be around the temptations and resist the temptations. Foodie has been dry, meaning she's not been around them. She's not doing them because she's not been around them. They've not been available. But once she gets back in Canada, it's all over. Expect that for no less than 30 days, Chantal is going to be greened out. She's going to be in constant food comas, just eating herself stupid, complaining a lot about my tummy hurts, or maybe going to the ER because the amount of sugar and salt in her blood is through the roof. She's going to make herself sick. Very, very, very sick. And she's already sick. She's going to be on camera, so greened out that she can barely speak, hamburger-eyed. That's the kind of content that you're going to be given. And maybe on a rare occasion, you might get a rage. Maybe it might get entertaining here and there, but it's not, the entertainment is not going to be a constant thing.
What? Really, Golden Girl? That's weird. Oh no, maybe a lot of people can't donate. Well, that's okay. It's nice to see you. It has to be in the USA. Yeah, Joy. Forget the haters. Yeah, Debbie. Noob, Virginia. That's so cute. Thank you, Virginia. Thank you. You don't see a link. It should be in the thing. It should be in the thing. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay. I'm going to have Salah post it. I had to convert the payment or something like that to make sure it was Canadian dollars. It has to be in Canadian dollars? Aww. Uh-oh. Oh, thanks, Anxious.
I have to wonder if maybe part of the reason why Salah allowed Chantal back over to Syria, maybe they had some kind of deal worked out that she could come back over, and while she was there, she could give him money to fix up the house. And then once necessary repairs were done, she had to go. I wonder if that was part of the deal. Like once he got things settled, she would have to go back home.
I don't know. It's not awkward, no. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know then. Shoot, this is the link for my I guess the only thing you could do is send it normal PayPal if you want. Otherwise, I have no idea. For anyone who can. That's so stupid. Let me see if there's a hold on. Yeah. I have no idea. Sorry, but
So it's not enough, Chantal, that you've got a PayPal fundraiser, but you're also starting a goal. What is the goal? Let's see. What is your goal? 10 yellow super chats. Huh. I'm not familiar with the color super chats. Let me see. What are the value of yellow YouTube super chats? Like, how much money is that? Yellow super chats are priced between $1 and $4.99. Okay, and how many of those was she asking? Let me go back. Can you see the goal? So the goal is $50. Like on the top line, if the top value for a yellow super chat is basically $5, 5 times 10 is 50. So like for what? You got a fundraiser going. What is the goal for?
anyways. Melly!
I mean, she didn't even explain that. She's setting a goal for what? Like, what's the goal paying for? What's the purpose of it?
Thank you, Melly. I appreciate.
Oh, I love this comment. Biana says a lot of people are poor and struggling financially. You get paid from YouTube. Yep. And just like I said yesterday, Beezers, you need to remember this. This woman, Foodie Beauty, has been on YouTube for 8 years. Those of you in her audience watching her live streams, watching her videos, you're watching the ads from Google AdSense, you all have funded her entire life for the past 8 years. Everything she's ever bought, everything she's ever eaten, everything she's ever done, every trip she's ever taken, every man that she's brought into her life, you've paid for. And you've paid her well. And it's not your fault nor your responsibility if she squandered the money that she made. It's not your fault that she's broke. It's her fault for being silly with her money. But despite the fact that all of you fund her entire lifestyle, she's over there asking for more. And Biana is right. She does get paid from YouTube. She's already getting paid. She doesn't need any more money.
Appreciate it. Yeah, that's okay, Laura. I understand. Canada bees. I sound so relieved. I can't find the Nancy account. You'll have to send it to me somehow. Bring Foodie home. Foodie and Julia.
And I know that Foodie knows she's not going to bring Julia with her. but she's deliberately mentioning Julia because she knows there are people in her audience that love animals. So she's going to use Julia as part of a grift one more time. Before she goes, use Julia to get people to donate more. I'm sure that she's aware. She's not bringing Julia. It'd be in her best interest to not bring Julia because she can't take care of her properly. But let's act like we care about our cat.
Okay, I swallow. Hey, Scrape. I'll be here as long as I have to be. Oh, Melly. Thank you for the goal number 2. Thank you, Melly. Oh, I love you, Melly.
Look at these stupid beezers. Morella says, please try to set up an Amazon wish list once you're home. I'd also love to help once you're safely home. You know what, Morella? I'm sure you've got a good heart. The problem is you got a good heart and you're giving to the wrong person. Someone who's ungrateful, someone who's unreliable, someone who lies and manipulates. The last time Chantal was in Canada and she gave the impression that she was going to stay there a while, people gave her money and people bought her things for her place. And then she turned around and she went over to Syria. Like, I wouldn't trust the situation. She doesn't want to be in Canada. She said so. She said that it's too expensive there. And she's running from the tax man. Another reason why she doesn't want to be there. So it doesn't make sense to buy anything off of Amazon for her if she's not going to stay in place for more than a week.
Oh, Wiley, this is all I can. Yes, it does help. Jane licking cheesy dust. Oh my gosh, look at her. Her eyes are bewildered even though she's licking cheesy dust. Yeah, I do, Justin. Fulia or Judy? Oh. Yeah, I don't know, Layla. Amazon wish list. Almost at 500. Yes. I didn't, Beanie. Wait.
All these people that are donating to Chantal and saying, I literally just want to tick off the haters. We're not ticked off, Wanda. We're not mad if you give money to Chantal because we're going to be laughing at you later when you figure out that she lied. So who's going to have the last laugh? We will see.
Hold on, Beanie. Habibi J. CPAP Rescue. Yes, I'll remain friends. I already got him at her. Wanda! I literally just want to piss the haters off and enjoy my haters. Thank you, Wanda. Thank you. I appreciate you so much. Virginia, member for 6 months. Ready, set, repeats. Oh my gosh, Killface. I would love to be there for Halloween, but I don't know. I'd have to raise a lot of money by then.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. She purposely said that. Well, I could be in Canada for Halloween, but I would need to make a lot of money really fast. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Like she's silently, subtly cracking the whip over the Beezers, saying, get to it, Beezers. Come on, step it up. Give me more money and do it fast.
Get home ASAP. Message Salah. No. Anxious. Yeah, thank you guys so much for offering to help. Like, some people have been like, you can stay with me. I really just want to get resettled at home, until they ship you home. I added you to friends and family and was able to donate. Oh, cool. Okay, thank you, Natasha. Do something to get deported. Just unblock everyone so people can donate. I can try.
I really hope you know how much you're screwing yourself right now, Foodie. You are screwing yourself. You are putting yourself in a corner. If you screw people over for this amount of money, oh, that's going to be the final nail in the coffin. That's going to bury your channel. So keep going. Do what you got to do. Bring your own tower down. I'm here to watch.
Bye after this. Yeah, I don't know, Krista. There's a lot going on with that. I think I'd feel more comfortable talking about it in Canada. You know what I mean?
That's what you said the last time. Remember what she said, y'all? She was in Kuwait and she got reported for what she did. And Paws was coming down on her and she was freaking out and saying, I just got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. And then she was in Canada and she didn't say anything. In Kuwait, she said, I want to go where I can say what I want to say and have freedom of speech. But then when she got to Canada, she didn't say anything. Nothing. So she's leading people on again, saying, I'll wait until I get home to Canada. We'll see. We will see.
Halloween is a month and a half. Yeah, true, teardrop. To come to Virginia, Nina. Oh, I appreciate the offer. I want to be close to my family, you know? And Louis Pizza. I'm just joking.
No, you're not.
Miss Blackwood. It depends. It depends. I'll see how it goes, and you know, anything that's donated will speed up the process. Just lurking. Oh yeah.
You know what would really speed up the process? You have a YouTube channel. Sit down and think of creative ways and creative content for your channel. Get people interested in your content again. You don't want to rage? You don't have to rage. Just do better content. Do something besides lay on your couch, smoke your shisha with your eyes half closed, and stuff your face full of food. People are over that. Find something else to do. Then your views might go up and your money might go up.
Okay, I'll have to try to unblock people at the end when I get off of here. We're not divorced yet, but we're we're separate, so misinformation, yes. I'm just joking. No, there's not really much tea. I mean, I pretty much said everything. I had a place, and it didn't go through. It didn't turn out well because
You did that on purpose. You did what you did in Canada on purpose. You purposely showed off the apartment, knowing that people would go snooping, and they did. You wanted that to happen. You wanted a way out. You wanted a way out of the apartment. You did not want to stay there, Chantal. You really wanted to go back to Syria because you were going crazy in your head. You did not know what Salah was doing, who he was talking to. You were afraid of him finding another mark to bleed of money and then dropping you on your head. So you ran back over there as quickly as you could.
Doxed, and I couldn't stay there. Teardrop.
I mean, while you were in Canada, you were doing the most to provoke Girl World. You brought another animal to live with you, knowing it was going to tick people off, and it did. And then you showed off the apartment. You're not stupid. I mean, you are, but you're not. When you want to get money out of people, you know how to do it. When you want to get out of something that you don't want, you know how to do that too. You're smart in ways you shouldn't be smart. You're conniving. You're diabolical that way.
Sounds good to me. Noise calculator. Unblock everyone. Nice, Wiley. You're sweet. Thank you. Does Salah sleep in the D1? No. Will you marry me, Scapegoat? I can't stay with family.
Yeah, she can't stay with family. She's worn out her welcome with her family. How sad is that? You have a mom and you got a stepdad, and they're like, nope, no, ma'am. We don't want the hassle that comes with you. And you have an aunt, can't stay with Aunt Phyllis either. And you have a sister. Sister is saying, heck no. You have a grandfather. Grandpa's not stepping up. They've got a bunch of family members in Canada. They're all shutting you down. Man, what did you do, Chantal? That your family's all there, every single one is saying, nope, the door's locked. You can't come in.
Yeah, Sophia. Sarah, followed your journey for a few years now. I'm happy you're coming back home to our beautiful Canada. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much, Sarah. And thank you so much, guys, for like all your help already. Like, thank you so much. Hey, Pajami. I'm not going to divulge that, strawberries. We're not going to see other people. We're not thinking about that right now. Me, I'm not even thinking about that. Like, I'm pretty much asexual, like, at this point. Like, I don't care about, since my, like, just recently, I just don't even care about that at all. Like, I don't have any feelings. I just want to, like, be left alone. Like, I don't.
And I know this may be nothing, but it's something to think about. So if Chantal has plans to go back to Canada, and maybe one of the reasons why she's going back to Canada is because, look, the bulk of Chantal's income wasn't YouTube. It started out being YouTube, but then over the course of time, the side hustle of the Foodie content took over. Hence the reason why the content on YouTube started to suffer. Because she had her client list of Foodies, and they were paying her pretty well. And it made her lazy. She was doing more of the Foodie content and said, screw YouTube. I don't have to think about story arcs and all that. So she, just kept up with her client list. But when it comes to the world of the Foodies and the Foodie content, the Foodies really like it when those who are Foodies, the ones who are doing the eating, they are single. Because it adds to the fantasy of when you're doing a video or picture set or whatever it is you're doing it specifically for the person who's paying you. It adds to that element of, it feeds the fantasy. So she's in Syria with Salah, and if she goes home to Canada and she's already painting this picture of, I'm going to be alone, I'm going to be single, the Foodies are going to eat that up. Like, oh, there's no man in the picture. In my head, I can pretend to be your man. And because I can pretend to be your man, I'll give you extra money. She can get extra money out of the Foodies for that by portraying herself as a single woman. Kind of hard to do it if you're married and you got a husband. So she might be setting up a situation where the Foodies will contact her again in Canada and pay her for content. And maybe she might lie to them and say, yeah, I'm alone. When at the same time, she might be talking to Salah still.
You know what I mean? Since Salah's single, hey Salah, can I have your number? Salah said he was getting all kinds of thirsty messages. Or seeing thirsty comments.
I must say, Beezers, any one of you in Chantal's chat that you're thirsty for Salah, you need to have your head examined. What is wrong with you? The guy is a loser. Completely worthless. He's over there running around trying to find women to live off of, asking about their income, asking about if they're fertile so he can make them pregnant so they'll stay locked in place and do nothing but clean the house and make money for him. This is the guy you guys are chasing? Learn to have some standards.
Not spicy costume. Hello, guys. Let me unblock the other account of Layla and Harley Quinn. Thanks, babe. Oops, I'm still calling him babe. It's going to be so hard not to. Oh, my gosh. Well, whatever. You'll fake love me? Oh, thanks. That's okay, Linda. Who pegged Roger Rabbit?
You know, this might be like a double grift. It just occurred to me this might be a double split grift, meaning Foodie's on her channel and she's grifting her immediate channel, her audience for money. All right, that's one part of it. Part two might be her getting on her channel and like her putting out the bat signal to all of the feedies. Hey, guess what? I'm going back to Canada alone. The third part of the grift might be Salah being in the chat saying, hey, ladies, I'm single, contact me. And there might just be idiots in the chat that do contact him. And he can talk to them privately and grift money out of them. So she might be making money immediately on YouTube, setting up future money with the feedies. And Salah might be on his end looking for the next Mark or Marks. Whatever Beezers might want to be his next sugar mama.
To just take time for you, yeah. No buy arc, no. I don't care. IDC, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you, Virtual Bucks. Thank you, Teardrop.
Like she made more money without Salah. She made more money alone without him. And honestly, he would make more money alone without her. If they want to make money again, they got to split up.
Drop. Vasectomy.
What?
We're amicable. This is a good breakup because
wait, Scapegoat. Isn't vasectomy that's for a man? Hysterectomy is for a woman.
It's not, we're not separating because we don't like each other. We're separating because we love each other and want each other to have a happy life. That's
no. You've never cared about anyone being happy around you. You are not that person when you're like, you know what? I'm not happy, but you're not happy either. We're not happy together. Let's split up. You're not that reasonable. As a matter of fact, you get great joy out of blocking someone from being happy. You're very selfish-minded. You want all the emotional stuff coming at you, but you don't care what's going on with the person beside you. That ain't it. It's real simple. You with Salah has been disastrous. Your money went down. Your views went down. Nobody likes him. He's not adding anything to your channel. If you want your channel to succeed, you have to let him go. And if he wants to succeed in life, he's got to let you go. You can't be near each other. You guys are a bad combination.
Why? Your birthday? Wow, Killface. A lot of mean and racist people, yeah. No, my job is to entertain you guys when I
Yeah, and you've been failing at that.
get back. I'm gonna live stream 24/7. What do you think?
Oh boy. Girl world, did you hear that? Hear ye, hear ye. Public announcement. Those of us who are reactors, we've been put on notice. Foodie is going to be live streaming 24/7 again. Those of you that are reactors, you've been put on notice right now. Y'all better go to the store and get you some Red Bull. You better get that Starbucks coffee. You better get those snacks. You better stock up. We know what we're in for. If it was anything like Crackhead Olympics, it's going to get crazy. You understand? It's going to be nuts. I believe her. When she says, I'm going to be streaming 24/7, I believe her. I don't know if it'll be as entertaining as Crackhead Olympics. It's going to be different. It's not going to be the same. It's not going to hit the same. But I believe her when she says she's going to have that camera on 24/7 because that's how she's going to get her money back up, at least for a while. So, anybody who's a reactor, anybody out there who is a subscriber to my channel, y'all, go out and do things now. Get some stuff done. Go out, go outside, take that vacation. Oh, Lord. The roller coaster is about to take off.
I'm a YouTuber. Fruity yogurt. So if I don't make the 10,000, I'm going to plan to leave whenever I can save the rest. Which, who knows when that will be. You know?
I'm loving this. All you beezers, you're so adorable. You're all believing her BS. You actually believe her. Maybe it's because you're new. The OG beezers that were part of her channel during Crackhead Olympics, they would never believe this. Not in a million years. But I see a lot of you. You're new. You've not been around long enough. You've not experienced enough of Foodie. You're in for a rude awakening, let me tell you. When things start kicking off, you're going to find out a lot because her real face is going to come out. The real Foodie Beauty is going to come out of hiding.
I called dibs. Yeah, we do have a strong connection physically, but hi, Barb. For me, like to be with anyone else, I don't even have the feeling to, like, at all. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, turn me swag on. Yeah, hardly. Yes, Melly. I'm taking juice, but it's gonna be so nerve-wracking. I have to sedate her. Pajami Mama, just be happy. Remember, you're welcome at my home. Just don't say you're here.
You know, all the people in Foodie's chat that are saying, y'all are being disrespectful. They're still together and you are sending private messages to Salah. Let me remind you, Foodie Beauty is that person that while she was in Canada, she was seeing a married man. And she was rather proud of herself for doing that. She was seeing a married man on the sly and gloating about it. So there's that. That Foodie has no problem interfering in somebody else's relationship. So I don't know why you beaters would want Salah. He's a loser. But hey, you know, maybe you got to learn a life lesson and he's part of it. Go for it.
Pajami, I don't blame you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Pajami. Did I eat my passport?
Laura says, seriously, your family and Pete's will help you. I just know it. No one will let you be on the street. 10K could take a very, very long time. Again, the family, they don't have room for her. And they don't have the money to help her. They don't have $5,000, $10,000 laying around to help her get started. I feel that mom and stepdad stepped up and they helped her get into that apartment the last time. And then Foodie royally screwed them over. She burned her own family. And I'm sure that's why this time they're saying nope. And Pete's is barely hanging on. He's doing his thing. He's renting a room. But he doesn't have money or an apartment for Foodie. He can't help her either. I'm sure she's tried. I'm sure she's made those phone calls to everybody she knows, and they've all told her no, that they can't help her. And that's why she's coming on YouTube and asking people for money. But her own family and her friends back home are saying, sorry, can't help you. Look somewhere else.
Yes, I ate my passport with sriracha sauce. I'm going back to the land of gravy. Now, here's the thing. I cannot stay with my family.
They don't want you. They don't have room for you.
Gabby, I can't. My mom, I don't have a big family. I have my mom. Everyone knows her address. I'm not staying there. My aunt has a small 1-bedroom apartment out of a house. There's no room. I don't want to stay there. People know where she lives.
Yeah, whose fault was that? Why don't you tell your audience why they know where she lives? Because of you. She invited you to stay there. The house rule was don't stream in the house, Chantal, and you broke the rule. That's why people knew where you were, because you're an idiot.
And my uncle's not even in Canada right now.
He's probably wiping his brow right now saying, I'm just escaped the bullet. She's not calling me because she can't find me.
And he lives in the country, so I can't stay there.
Frilly Farmhouse says you can get a motel room for a few weeks to gather yourself. I've been saying that. An extended stay motel. They're fully furnished. All the furniture is there. You got the bed, you got the desk, you got a TV. What else does she need? She just needs a room to eat and stream. That'll get her started.
A motel room is so expensive. But I'll have to maybe stay in a hotel. I have to try to get an apartment.
Well, baby steps. You start off being an extended stay motel. You stay there, you bees, you make money, gather your money together, and then you move into an apartment. Baby steps.
Ugh, I hate this crap. Starting from scratch is very stressful.
No shit. I just did it, so I know.
Thanks, Ultra. What? Chantal, yeah, you will be stalked wherever you go, freaking weirdos. That is so true. Youth hostel. Get your own spot with Pete's. Yeah, kill face. Don't waste at a hotel. Why is it reconnecting? Scapegoat. Melly, I hate that. Did you guys go to that dinner today? Which dinner? Oh no, we had broasted today.
I also want to throw this out there. Let's just say Chantal had $7,000 in pocket right now. $7,000. She would have to get on the phone and she would have to do some searching for wherever she wanted to live. Most landlords, in order to approve you anymore, they want to do a credit check, see what your credit looks like. They want a list of references. They want to do a background check, see if there's anything on your criminal record. They want to check to see if you have any bankruptcies. They may take their time checking you out. Moving into an apartment anymore isn't just about your money. Like, hey, I can pay the rent. Like, they want bank statements that go back about 6 months. They want everything. They want to see your entire life. And what I'm trying to say here is it takes a why. What's a why? It takes a while to get approved. So even if Chantal found an apartment complex and she had the money in hand, it may take a few weeks of going back and forth for the landlord to go, maybe I'll let you in or maybe I won't. Like, searching for an apartment these days is stressful.
Go to Saskatchewan. Anime snacks, cope and sneed. Thank you for the super chat.
You know, I think part of the problem her looking for an apartment is because she's got a bankruptcy, an active one, on her record. The landlord is going to look at her and say, well, we're not feeling confident about you. we need a guarantor. We need someone else to put their name on the lease as a guarantee that if you can't pay the rent, they will. And Chantal doesn't have anybody dumb enough to do that for her in Canada. Her parents are not going to do it.
Anime sucks. Here's I separated in first first one to come back. No, thanks for the thing. Oh, Kimberly, ready, set, bees. No, dorky. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they'll question me.
And that's something else she's got to look forward to because she's been in Syria. She might get questioned on the way back.
It's cold but very cheap. Winnipeg, yeah, I heard that. That was a little far from my family. But Snorleans is kind of boring. Hey, Kimberly. Elvira. Stop reconnecting. Voila. Kingston is nice.
Hey, Chantal, I don't know exactly where Anime lives. I've heard that he might be in Cali. Why don't you go live with Anime? Since he's obviously crazy about you and he does look like your ex, why not go there? I don't understand. Please help me to understand. This guy, Anime, allegedly looks like Nads. On top of that, he is all on board with you doing the Foodie content. So why aren't you like booking your plane ticket to go see him?
What does this smell like? Yeah, pajami. Thank you, Blacks. It's ending well. Oh, this smells like ooh. No, it smells like oud. Oh no, it smells nice. Content. Thank you. Yeah, I would never ask for all these donations, get all your hopes up and then just dip no. It's just it seems sudden, but like I said, we've been behind the scenes, I know I say that a lot, but it's true. Behind the scenes, I don't really, not public about our relationship, but culturally we're just so different.
This is such a crash and burn. Either A, Chantal, at some point you're going to go back to Canada. By hook or by crook, you're going to go. If you go, you're going to have to do the most to make that money. And I mean the most. It's been a long time. People have been waiting. They want to see the real Foodie Beauty. She's in there. She's been trying to claw her way out of your skin, saying, let me out. If you're doing this money thing to get money because your channel is tanking and then you screw people over on your own channel, that will tank your channel for good. You better keep your word. For your own sake, you better keep your word because this time you're not going to recover from this. This is the new batch of Beezers. You understand? The old batch, the OG Beezers, there's not a single one of them in the chat. The people that are in your chat, they've not been in it for that long. And they're going to be very offended and ticked off if you're pulling this scam and you don't do what you say you're going to do.
But we still have love for each other, but it's just, that's why we're doing this, so that we can both have better lives. We're just not compatible that way. Once, yeah. And I think he realizes, when he sees, don't forget to charge back. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Carefree.
have to wonder if maybe the reason why Chantal is taking so long getting back to Canada, the people that are donating money, I don't know how PayPal works as far as, is there a time limit to when you can ask for a charge back? I don't know. But maybe waiting long enough to make sure that there is no charge back on her account if she does screw people over.
Yes, every donation. You're right, Carefree. Yeah. You're right. Even the dollars, even the 10, the 5, 10, it does. I am lucky for my supporters. I really am. They're so awesome. Yeah. Even if you're just here, always watching my content and commenting, that really helps my channel. Without you guys doing that, I'd be screwed.
Did you watch my live stream yesterday? Because that's exactly what I said. That all of your beaters, whether they give you a super chat or buy a membership or not, if they're just watching your live streams or your videos, they're putting money in your pocket. And those people that are in your audience, they've been funding your entire life and lifestyle for the past 8 years, you ungrateful brat. Because of them, you haven't had to go out and get a regular job and clock in and clock out. You can do precisely what you want. You've got more freedom than most. You've got more money than most. And you are not grateful or gracious for any of it. They have paid for everything. They paid for your life. They paid for Pete's. They paid for freaking Natter. And then they paid for Salah. They pay for all your trips. They pay for the trips to the restaurant, to the fast food joints, to Cuba, to Thailand, to Kuwait, to Syria. They paid for it all, not you. And you've given nothing back. As a matter of fact, you're still taking from them. Shame on you.
You know? Did they unblock you, Layla? Wait, Nashies are back? You gotta be kidding, Sarah. Everyone, we're splitting up. By the way, you don't need to have PayPal to donate there. Thanks, Barb. Ready, set, rebees. You're right. You don't need to have PayPal. You can just click the link and donate through the link. I know, Golden Girl. Yes. Give your mom your passport. I'm not going to run away if things get tough, which I'm just going to try to really...
You know, this may be nothing. This may be absolutely nothing, but I got to say it because it is a thought on my mind. Interesting that she's asking for $10,000. Very interesting, Chantal, because your Canadian passport on the black market is worth about that much. Salah could take your passport and sell it on the black market for 10 grand. So maybe there was some sort of agreement between you two that you would do certain things and pay a certain amount. And if you didn't, that was the collateral that he could take your passport and sell it. Because that was the only thing of value that you had. That he was going to get his money one way or the other. By hook or by crook, he's going to get it. I don't know. I'm just saying. It's weird that you're asking for 10 grand and yet that's about how much your passport is worth if it was sold.
Focus on myself like I've always wanted to. So... Global Affairs. What do? They give you money? Really? Hey, Kelmar. Tell Salah he has to know. Went away, let's go. This is sad news. It is sad, but at the same time, We both think it's necessary. I brought it up because I just don't think it's gonna work for me to be here. Who blocked who? I don't know. I didn't see it. I had to extend the bankruptcy and I still.
So didn't she tell us before that all that stuff was taken care of? Now she's saying something different.
Wanda, we reached the goal. Thank you. So you can have kids now. Not right this minute. He has to wait till I'm gone. Yeah, Bally. I just think Melly didn't know that you were in here and that what the situation with that was. Granny. And everyone who donated.
You know what? You know what, guys? I know there's quite a bit of this live left, but she's essentially just saying the same things over and over. Like talking about the money and donate this, and it doesn't matter how much you donate. I am so grateful, and it's amicable, and we're cool with this. Okay, so like we got the gist of what's going on here. Do we need to go any further? I don't think we do. Let's not make this overly long, because again, my goodness, I got my work cut out for me today. I'm doing this react to Foodie. I'm reacting to Neo Tarot, to Sunburst Tarot, and also Melissa Gold Tarot, aka Peek to the Blinds. Just posted a tarot reading. I'm gonna get all this stuff done before 4, so I gotta end it here, y'all. But I hope you guys enjoyed this react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.